Getting our little ones excited for bedtime can be a challenge, and here to share tips to help you get a full night's rest, to wake happy and help your child get more age-appropriate sleep from the Maker's Place is Charlene McDaniel. Welcome, Charlene.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness, you don't have to tell me that bedtime can be a challenge, because I have two semi-little ones. I mean, they're 6 and 7, but they're always fighting going to bed.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
I mean, why is it that bedtime is so challenging?
Well, and especially for that age group too, I do find, they're kind of coming into their own. They're doing the boundary pushing, testing, that sort of thing. And there's so many choices around bedtime, right? You've got all the, I want to do a 30-minute bath, 5 more books, 8 more books, that sort of thing. And it's just that testing that can end up making it just this battle and emotional.
So it's kind of like a control thing. They're kind of pushing the limit to see how much, because they'll be like, I'm so tired, but then they don't actually want you to turn off the light and tuck them in. So you're going to do a workshop talking about this.
Yes, exactly.
What are some of the things you're going to be focusing on?
So I focus on lots of different age groups. So I'm definitely a firm believer that good sleep habits can happen at any age. So from newborn all the way to older kiddos into 10. And so it's kind of what's appropriate at each age group. So sleeping through the night might be appropriate for a baby, but not necessarily a newborn. So all that good stuff we talk about, night feeds, how that folds into sleep, and just what to basically do to set families up for some good sleep.
Right. I know. I've heard that routine has a lot to do with it. And I try to get through the routine, but they're always trying to break the routine. And we know one of the challenges is that battle. What other challenges are there?
Definitely kind of fighting the routine. Let's see, consistency is another big one, kind of along with routine, where you basically want to build up to sleep. Basically the same thing that happens at all sleep situations happens at all sleep situations. So just kind of keeping that up.
Well, what about tips? What is like kind of the top 2 things you always tell parents this is what you need to do?
We talked about, so consistency, routine for sure, maybe diving in a little bit to routine a little bit more. So having a little bit of a nap time routine. So maybe a 5-10 minute nap, 10-minute max nap time routine. You're building up to sleep. There's those cues for sleep to kind of help babe go, oh, okay, it's time. Bedtime routine as well, kind of 20 to 30 minutes there. And just basically kind of including all those things that you would typically need. Bath, book, prayer, song, whatever that kind of looks like, a feed in there if that's needed. And you're just doing those things, and as you get into it, you're going to lay your babe down and they can do it themselves.
Hopefully go to sleep.
I know.
You're doing this workshop. It's a free workshop.
Yes.
And when you're in this workshop, the parents come through, what is kind of like the biggest complaint you're hearing? Is it that they're just like so frustrated or don't know what to do?
I think upset is also a big one, as well as just overtired. But overtired actually contributes to the upset. I feel like that's the majority, the crux of kind of my working with families one-on-one of families.
Who, the parents or the kids? Who's
overtired?
I know,
right? Everybody.
Right.
Stemming off of from the children, and then definitely getting parents overtired. So maybe not catching naps at the right time, not catching bedtime at the right time, because there is the common belief that, well, gosh, I'll just not have babe nap or not have babe nap as much during the day, then they'll be more ready to go to sleep at night, right? And that is the absolute opposite. Overtired makes everything that much harder, and then it's just the uphill battle that you've got to do. So just fighting against
it's a lot of information. I guess it's nice to know that we're not alone.
Yes.
Everybody kind of has the bedtime struggles.
We've all been there.
When is this taking place and where?
So it actually is tomorrow night at 5:30 at the Maker's Place, and it's in Curtis Park. And I'll be going over a lot more sleep tips and really just doing a deep dive into my best recommendations for families so they can just kind of be set up for sleep success.
Right. And when we talk about appropriate amount of sleep, how much sleep do these kiddos need?
So it depends on the age for sure. So newborns, obviously, parents are on a 24-hour feed schedule, and so there's going to be some feeds at night. But when we get into baby age, so anywhere from about 4 months to 18 months, 10 to 12 hours at night. So straight. It's crazy. But the more sleep they get, the more and better sleep.
Great information. If you want more of that information, check out our workshop. All right. And you can get all that information about the upcoming workshop at themakersplacesac.com.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.